Loud and clear. Margaret, good to see you. Tim, Nicole, Ryan, everyone. Randall, welcome to Cyber Trade University. Well, I'm pretty excited. We had a really busy couple of days. Hopefully, some of you logged in from Kathy Lynn's BK Forex. Maybe you came from Benzinga, which I just did, which I'm really excited to talk about some of you guys here because some of you just basically saw a stock that I was telling you about, CLSK. I don't know if you guys remember. We showed what just happened to it, and you could see how we trade it. And also, some of you came from follow us on our social media. Maybe came from Try Me Research or Thinkorswim or any of the big brokerage firms. Welcome here, and I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about an hour, maybe a little less, but I'm going to get right into it. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as we can. We do have staff here at Cybertrade University, and they will be able to answer your questions you might have. So don't worry about nobody could read anybody's chat. So don't worry enough to be embarrassed or scared about everything. But so feel free to ask any questions you want. But before we get started, just to let you got everyone know, this was a two-part lesson. We did have a recording we did yesterday, and you could always access it through our portal page. This is more or less pretty much we just kind of like went to do some shopping on some stocks and see what was moving and how we use our level 3 and level 4. But we're really going to focus on specifically how to actually take what we've find these stocks and how we trade with them. So here we go. All right, so let's get right into it and start talking about how we're going to trade today's markets and how things work. Before we get started, quick little risk disclosure. Just to let you know, I'm not making any guarantees or promises. This is just strictly educational purposes only. All our students vary student to student. Just be very wise and very smart before you invest any money in the market. There is a high risk in trading. All right. So I just want to clear that out. And let's talk about what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about basically imbalancing breakout stocks that make new highs, new lows. How does that happen? We're going to talk about NASDAQ, how to use the book viewer, how you all have access to get some of these tools that we use. I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm also going to give you guys a video where how to download it and how to do it the right way and make sure you don't pay 10 times more than you're supposed to. I'm going to show you how to find it the cheapest way as possible. Going to talk about order flow, how to predicting stocks that have upcoming movements, and most importantly, we're going to talk about price action. Money management has a lot to do with price action on certain stocks, so we're going to cover that. So a lot of good stuff we're going to contact. I'm going to try to pound as much as we can in. So please have an open mind. Don't be distracted. Turn your computer off. Get out of the chat rooms that you're in. Don't be looking at any stocks right now because what you're about to see can be very, very disturbing because you're going to see things that you'd be like, my God, how did I not know this? Well, that's why we're here. So let's make the best of it. So what I want to do really quick is I want to bring up go into the market right now and just show you a couple of stocks really quick. Now, who actually came here from Benzinga? Just give me a yes or no. I was just on their show just about an hour ago. Nicholas, you did? Okay. Michael? All right. Blake, Tim? Okay, good. The reason why I bring that up, remember at the end of the presentation, I told you about CLSK. Now, when I was on Benzinga, just to let you know, that was right around right around here. So let me get my crayons out here and just show you what we got here. So I was on around 10 o'clock, which is right here. Actually, I like the drawing better. All right. So it was right around here. And you could see here that stock had a really nice move. It went from like 1480, went to 15. And I went for about 15 minutes. And when I told you we were looking at it, it was right around here when it started making a run. Okay, so everybody remember that? Now look what happened from when I got off at 10:15. We went from 1060 all the way up to $17. Could you imagine an inexpensive stock? And this is not in the video, the Fabulous 7, but this stock we've been trading it. And also, if you look, I'm going to invite every single one of you in our trading room, which is right here, by the way. And hold on, let me just clear out the crayons out here. These are all our traders. And I'm going to invite every single one of you in here. And you could see these are all our moderators, our traders, our instructors. And, and you'll see like we've been trading the stock all morning. And I'm just going to kind of show you right here. When did I get off the phone with them? Just kind of show you not making stuff up. There's a couple of stocks that we were trading here, right here. There we go. So you see CLSK right here. Just want to show you so you can see it right there. This is the time. You can see timestamp, iceberg orders. See that? Boom, 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 boom. And what I'm going to show you, you see this right here? This is actually a pretty good one. Do you see this right here? This one right here? Big iceberg order, ask right there. Now that's a 1019, okay? Now let me show you how we trade in today's markets, all right? You ready for this one? Hold on a second. I just got to fix something here. All right, so this is what we're going to learn. I'm going to show you how to follow iceberg orders. And iceberg orders are big block orders. So let me just clear this out and show you what we're going to learn. Basically, what I was saying was this. That iceberg order is this big order right here. See that right there? Now, think of this for 1 second. Where did the stock go at 10:15? It ran from $16 up to $17.20, right? What happened when, look where we are right now. Right now it's 12 o'clock. Where did it go? 17.20. Now the question is, what is the stock doing right now? Is it going up or is it going down? What is it doing, at fellow traders? Up or down? As we're looking at it right now at this specific moment. It's starting to trend down. It's starting to trend down. It went up, and now it's starting to go down. See, it's starting to trend down a little bit. Why is it trending down? Because of the sellers out there, which you didn't see. This is what we're going to learn right now, and this is what I'm going to show you how to follow the money. Because you know what the biggest problem everyone has? They don't know how to take profits. They don't know how to have a game plan. They don't know how to do any of that stuff. And that's why you're here today, because it's time to learn how to play the game as a market maker. So let me clear this out, and let me just move this over here. And close this out here, get this out of here. And we're going to just basically get right into here. So let me tell you a little about myself. So everyone knows, like, well, Fausto, how do you know this stuff? Like, why is nobody talking about it? You know, how do I learn more? Well, just to kind of remind everybody, I'm going to invite every single one of you in the next few moments to come and join me for 1 full week to see this happen live all day long. Now, why am I doing that? Because exactly what I'm offer you is how I learned how to trade. So let me tell you how I got started so you understand what is the actual process to be a successful trader. Forbes magazine wrote a big article about us, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. I'm one of the original day traders that started back in the 90s. You could see right there that we used to make money on that one little stinky little monitor. So actually, that was a friend of mine that's on that front page of paper. So anyway, that's basically who we are. And nothing really has changed from back then till today. Now, I've traveled around the world. I've competed against every school in the industry. I beat every school I went up against in trading. I went up against analysts. I went up against traders, everybody. And you know what? It's been fun. It's been great. But the bottom line is that doesn't make you money. Okay. It's not how good of a trader you are. It's, can I teach you how to do the same thing? Now, over the years, I've surrounded myself with some of the best traders in the industry. Great traders never stop learning. I love to sit in and listen to other big analysts, big traders, see how I could make my trading better. Maybe there's new technology out there. There's always something good. And guess what? Some of these people here did the exact same thing. Now, at the end of the presentation, also, when you do sign up, I will give you access to my book for free. So you could go to Amazon. You can pay me $47, but it's a color book. You're going to love it. It's a fast read. You're probably going to read it 2-3 times. All right. I was also featured at NASDAQ. What I'm about to show you is that the exchanges want you to know how to trade the market. Biggest reason why people fail in trading. Biggest reason. We're going to fix that problem. And I'm going to show you exactly how to have a seat on the NASDAQ exchange, which is where I had to be licensed. I had to pay a lot of money to do it. I had to be registered with a broker. Well, guess what? With today's technology, that's not going to happen anymore. Now, my thing is this. I want to do a quick little question. Now you know a little bit about myself. I want to know a little bit about you. So let's do a poll really quick. Could you everyone tell me what kind of trader you are? Okay. Are you a stock trader, options trader, Forex? So we've got a poll question coming up right now. We're going to post it up there. So if everybody could just click onto that. While you're doing that, I'll have a sip of my Krispy Kreme coffee. Now, while you're filling that out, I'm just to let you know I'm actually a day trader, but I also swing trade. I do options. And the thing is this, reason why I like to trade the stock market is because, listen, I turn the TV on. That's what I talk about all day. Okay. You know what? If you're not making money, what you're doing after 30 to 60 days, two reasons why you're probably not successful. Number one, you probably have a bad mentor. Two, you're probably self-taught. Or number three, it's not your style. It's actually three things, not two. So I want to share the poll and share the results here. So you can see, so wow, we got a lot of stock traders. Now, listen, if you're an options trader, I want to kind of point something out, because if you want to be a good options trader, you got to be a good stock trader first, because it's the movement of stock that makes an option move. So if you're finding you're accounting any issues, there's reasons why you're not successful in options, which I'm going to cover later in the presentation too. So we'll cover that. Next thing I want to point out another one. And we could do a poll here. Which one is this? What type of education? Who trained you? Okay. What type of education you had? So are you self-taught? Did you take any paid courses? Do you have a coach? Just want to kind of like get to know a little bit about it. Just basically watch some YouTube channels. You actually physically went out there and learned from somebody. Okay. And by the way, nobody knows anyone's answer. I'm just sharing this poll. It's always nice to be part of a poll. I always like people, they never call me, right? But here's your opportunity to know how you fit and feel between everyone else. Okay. So end the poll right here. I'm going to share it. So it looks like we have a lot of self-taught people. Wow, it's good. We have a really good group of people that took paid courses, which is great. Listen, sometimes you got to take a couple of classes before you could, and I'm talking paid classes. I'm not talking about being in a free webinar. Before you kind of really get the feel of, what works for you and not works for you. For everyone here, trading is about an 80% failure rate, maybe even 90% failure rate, because a lot of people are self-taught. So hopefully we're going to fix that problem after today, because I don't think anybody here would want to pay somebody to take to trade their money that is self-taught. So if you don't want them to do it, why are you doing it on your own? Now let's go over some stocks that we traded this week to kind of show you exactly what we're going to learn and why these stocks went up and how to actually trade them. Now, there were a couple of stocks that came with earnings. You have United Airlines, Netflix, American Express. A lot of things came out this week, right? So, but did anybody see what happened to the stock WISA? Because everybody's talking about those brand names like United Airlines and Netflix, but did anybody see this stock right here? Tim, you did. Blake, you did. Scott Rogers, you didn't. Peter, you did. Okay. And where did you guys hear it? You watched in Benzinga. Okay, good. All right. So let me kind of show you what happened this week. Now, I can actually bring you to my trading room. We actually traded this stock, was on our list. Hold on one second. I'll bring this up for you. That was on, was it the 16th? I think it was on the 16th, right? Hold on. Let me bring it up here. WISA, WISTA. Yeah, okay. So here's WISTA. This is what happened over the week. Okay, you see here the 16th? All right. So this stock, you could see it right here around 9:30. It was roughly around $2. And it ran to a whopping $8. Now, what I want to show you is this. Okay. Here is our watch list. Did everybody see that? See the time? See it on the list? WISA. Now, everyone here is probably wondering, how did you find that stock? Like, how did you know it was going to run before? just like I just told you about CLSK. This is things we're going to cover. Okay. This is actually the easiest thing to do. Finding these stocks are not, that's like the easiest thing. The hardest thing is to know how much it's going to go up and is it going to continue to go higher, which I'm going to cover. But I'm just bringing up that one stock that was on the watch list. Let me clear this out, move this over, and show you where we're going with this. All right. So next morning, obviously people start talking about it, everything else. And here you had a stock and they start jumping in at 7. Now they're at 11. So the stock was still on the watch list, even in the afternoon. Now, what you're likely thinking is this, okay? Had I missed the stock that went up 400%, just under, basically 2 days. Well, does anybody here have level 3 or level 4? So let me do a poll right here. And let me do this launch right here. Does anyone here have level 3 quotes? I'm just going to do a quick poll. And be honest, yes. And by the way, if you're a student of cyber trading, do not answer this question, okay? Do not answer this question. Because then we're gonna throw off the whole poll, okay? All right. Just waiting everyone to answer. By the way, if you don't answer this question, that means you're not listening to me, okay? And I don't want to be talking to myself. Listen, I am here to help you to stop losing money. Nobody's going to make fun of you. There's over 100 plus people in here. Let's go out there and just be honest with yourself. The question is yes, no, I'm not sure, whatever it is. Okay, so I can't wait all day. I'm going to share the poll with you. So look how many of you have said no. 85%. Actually, it's 90% because you're not sure, basically don't have it. So let me show you what we got going on here. Basically what this does, and what is going to tell you Wall Street's biggest secrets. And what it is that you are going to see every buyer and seller in the entire world who wants to buy that stock and sell that stock. You heard of algorithms. You heard of dark pools. You heard of high frequency trading. You heard of mutual funds. Well, now you're going to know exactly how they work by just what we're doing there. Now, there's a couple other stocks, and it just wasn't that one. VVPR. Look what happened over the course of the day. $2 to $7 in a matter of an hour. Okay. CGC, pot stocks. I was talking about that also on Benzinga too. Look at this thing, 250 to 650 in less than a half a day moving in the market. Now, what makes these stocks go up and go down, everybody? Buyers and sellers. Okay. That's all we need to know. Who's buying it and who's selling it. Now, let's look at this example right here. We're looking at Delta Airlines. Okay. Now, how do we know if a stock is going to go up or go down? Hold on a second. We got to know where the buyers are. And if you look right here, you can see Delta Airlines stopped right around this price right here. See it right there? At 46.20, right? It came all the way down from $47, dropped all the way here, and from 10 o'clock to 11, it never wanted to go past this price of 46.20. Now, why is that? Well, the answer is there must have been buyers out there. Now, when you go to the NASDAQ exchange, you'll notice that there are buyers and there are sellers. Now, for buyers make support levels, okay? So if we're looking for supports, we need to find those buyers. And as we work our way down that list, you'll notice that right when we get right around this price, you'll notice a very unusual amount of shares of 143,000 shares looking to be bought at 46.16, okay? Now, there are buyers at every single price level. You got 300, you got 500, you got 700, you got 200. 143,000? I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of buying, a lot of buyers at that price. So in theory, what do you think is going to happen when we get down to $46.16? Stock hits it and goes right back up to 46.80. Sounds pretty too easy, right? Well, don't worry about it. We got a lot more we're going to show you. How about our resistance levels? How does a stock hit a resistance and go back down? Well, The only reason why we hit a resistance level is because we had sellers. So sellers are right here. So you can see the stock right here just kind of went from all the way from a price of $40, stopped right around here, somewhere around the 41-ish. And then right from there, it stopped around 11 o'clock. And it just went all the way down to 38, which kind of stinks. You know, you're like, why didn't I sell it at that price? How did I not know that? Well, because there must have been a lot of sellers out there. And when you look at the sell column and you work your way down, you'll notice that there is an 87,000 share seller around 41.30. Everybody see that? So there are sellers at every single price level. But here you have a big seller out there. So what do you think happens to the price of that stock and why it went down? It's not because of Fibonacci said so. It's not because of the, Fausto Pugliese said so. It's not because of Goldman Sachs said so. It's because it was 87,000 shares. Someone was trying to sell a big lot of stock out there at that price. All right. So just out of curiosity, did I lose anybody yet? Is anyone get lost? Is anyone lost? Anybody confused what we're looking at? Just give me a yes or no. Not lost, John? Tim, you not lost? Jane? Still good? You know what's amazing? Look how much I just taught you in 5 minutes. Imagine what you're going to learn in a week, seeing this live, right? So this is just, and listen, anybody can make a pretty screenshot of a PowerPoint, but I'm going to show you live in the market how this actually works. And like I said, we're going to see it from pre-market all the way during the market into after hours, okay? And it happens all day long. Now, let me change the slide here. Let's go over a couple of examples that we did this week in the market. Okay, so here you have a stock, Intel, it's dropping. Okay, had a big drop right here, $39.80, went all the way down to $39, right? Now, you ever own a stock, you're like, oh my God, the thing's going down. What do I do? Do I sell it? Do I get out? I don't want to lose any more money or whatever it is. Well, the only thing that is going to help you is not this, okay? And it's not hope. It's buyers, okay? It's buyers. We got to see where the buyers are. Now, like it or not, the only place that I see a substantial amount of buyers is be down here, all the way down here at 38.50. That is your only thing that's going to help you from the stock to going any lower. How do I know that? Because there's 570 people, actually orders out there that make up that 114,000 shares. Well, guess what? What did it do when it got there? It went all the way down, like it or not, that's where it's going to stop. And it did. It stopped there at 940, went back up to 39, came back down here. I mean, in the past 30 minutes, that is what was the only thing that was holding it from going lower. What do you think happens next, everybody? Let's see. What do you think happened next? Tom says it bounced. Okay. It rebounded. James says it goes up. Wow, you guys are pretty smart. Did that seem difficult? Was that hard? Look how you guys are answering that question. How are you answering it? And you know what? It hit it, 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 it hit it. And look what happened. Boom, it went right back up. So you could have just been patient and waited and waited and waited. You could have just bought it here because, like it or not, it's going to that number with you without you. But let's say you're not, let's say you would think about buying it. Why pay $39.20 when you could wait and buy it cheaper at $38.50? Why pay an extra $1 more when you could buy $1 cheaper? You understand? It's not what you think, it's what the street thinks. Now, can I tell you what happens? Now, let me tell you what happens. What will happen if the stock begins to drop? So, looking at Snapchat. Okay, Snapchat had a really good run up, right? Now, where is your target price? Where is your target price on Snapchat? What do we need, everybody? Maybe you guys, maybe some people could answer this question before I give you the answer. After being here for, teaching you for 10 minutes. What do we need for the stock? What do we need to? What's going to help us to know where to get out of this position? We need to find the big block orders, right? We need to find some sellers. All right, good. All right, so for some reason, we look at the sell column, and I mean, 9,000 shares is a lot of shares, about $90,000. I mean, I know I'm not trading 9,000 shares. Maybe some of you will, but somebody did. But anyway, that's not really what concerns me. Not the 3,000, not the 9,000, 172,000. Now that concerns me, okay? Because that is a big iceberg order. That's what we call it here at Cybertrade University, an iceberg order. That's a big block order. So what do you think happens when we get down to 1210? Exactly. Hit the resistance and went right back down. Okay? You see, everyone out there is always focused on the past. Wouldn't it be great to focus on the future? Think about that. That's everything that we're looking for. We're focusing on the future here. We saw that order out there. Because unless somebody buys it from him or he cancels his order, it ain't going past that, like it or not. So that's why when you trade, you can't go broke taking profits. See, everybody, that's one of the other big things. And, you know, once again, I know a lot of you saw me in previous events and so on. And, you know, 70% of the battle is money management. And it's all about taking profits. But the only way you can know where to take a profit is where you know you're at the end of the road, right? So think about it. We drive a car. We know where the exit is. You see it right in front of you. But you know what everyone's problem is? They're too focused on the GPS. Could you drive just looking at the GPS? You know what? I've done that sometimes. And you know what? I missed my exit. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Actually, it happened to me just the other day. I went to my son's wrestling. We were down in Virginia. It was the Nationals. People all over the country were there. And, you know, I'm not familiar with the road. So I'm looking at the GPS. It was dark out. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at GPS as I'm coming up to the exit. But it was literally like, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds delayed. That 5 seconds when you're doing like 50, 60 miles an hour came up pretty quickly and had all these turns coming up. And I'm like, how did I miss the exit? Because you know what? I was too focused on the GPS. I wasn't focused on the road. If I just looked at the sign, you know what everyone else's problem? You're doing the same mistake. You keep looking at everything else on the past and the indicators and not looking what's in front of you. So who here wants to get Book Viewer? Who here would like to get it and demo it? All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to email me. Here's my email address. I'm not going to give you the website, okay? And I'll tell you why. The worst thing I could do is tell you where to go on NASDAQ and buy it, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up buying it. You're probably going to pay the more expensive version, which you don't need. That's number one. Number two, you're going to probably email me anyway and says, Fausto, how do I set this thing up? And number three, you're going to have the defaults wrong. So I have videos that I've made just like this one, less than 5 minutes, that will, you know, take you 5 hours to figure out. So if you really want to get it, just email me, say, Fausto, could you give me the videos that you made for NASDAQ Book Viewer and where to get it? Just email me and I'll get it for you. Okay. So, but by the way, let me tell, before I continue, let me tell you this. What do you think this is? What is this worth to you? If you could see about 70% of the volume in the stock that you're in, what is that worth to you? What would you pay for that? I'm just curious. What's that worth? What's that worth? Priceless? Okay. It's invaluable. I like that one, James. Anyone else? About $100 a month, Joel? Okay. Anyone else? How about this? Let me tell you why there have been so many big failure rates in trading, okay? Huge failure rates. When I started, I was 22 years old. I'm actually 52 now. I've been doing it for 30 years. And everyone wanted to get in the day trading business. Okay. Everyone, I remember the internet bubble and, the financial crisis. Everyone wanted to get into it. So when I started, fortunately for me, I'm first generation Italian. My parents came here. My father was a landscaper. He used to cut all these wealthy people's grasses and stuff. And, one of them was a big trader on Wall Street. And, he took me under his wing. And he said, he goes, listen, you don't want to do cutting grass. And my dad says, no, I want my son to be like you. So he took me under his wing. He brought me to his office and he told me the real truth behind it, which I'm telling you. And he came up to me and there was a lot of people that applied for the job to be a trader. Like, who doesn't want to be a job, right? So I'll tell you why people failed. The first thing he told everybody is like, he did a webinar, not a webinar. He did an on-site thing like we're talking about here. And these are the tools you need and stuff like that. And it turned out that he said, all right, now to have this technology, it costs $1,000 a month. Now, just think about this for a second. 30 years ago, for a 22-year-old to come up with $1,000 a month is like, who has $1,000? I mean, you know how hard it is to make $1,000? I mean, back then, minimum wage was $4.25 an hour, I think, if I remember, so it's like, believe me, we didn't have too much. But he said, listen, you want to make money doing this? This is what it costs, right? Well, that basically eliminated about 98% of the people in the room. All right. He goes, okay, no problem. You guys are all fired. Don't worry about it. But because I looked at him and he told me, he says, Fausto, I don't charge $1,000. This is what the exchange charges. Okay. Anyway, I was smart enough to pay for it. That's why I'm here today. Well, guess what? It does not cost $1,000. It doesn't cost $500. It doesn't cost $100. It costs $15. Let me write that down. Okay. $15. Okay. That's all it costs. You wouldn't pay $15 to have a seat on the exchange of the market. So I'm just going to warn everyone right now. If you don't want to pay $15, you should just log out right now. And I'm going to do you a favor. California just gave everybody $20 raises for minimum wage. You can make at McDonald's, go work at McDonald's. Okay. If you're not going to make an investment in trading, nothing is free in this world. You're wasting your time. So I don't want to bore you with that whole story about it, but I always like to tell everyone that because everyone needs to know that, listen, someone's got to be the adult in a room and tell you to point blank. If you're not going to make an investment in trading, you shouldn't be trading. Okay. There's nothing free in this world. So I just want to clarify that. Because the first thing people ask me is like, where do I get it for free? Where do I get it? Is it free? Is it free? If it's free, it's not for me. Okay. I just want a good deal. I tell everybody. Now let's go dive into the real markets and let's have some fun here. Okay. Now there is something else. Before I do that, I want to talk about level 4. If you thought level 3 was pretty cool, wait till you see this. So I want to dive into real markets here and let me bring this up. All right. So there are a couple of stocks that are moving today. And I want to start off with CLSK. I want to go back to this stock really quick right here. Okay. Now, CLSK, let me just bring something up here. Let me see what's going on. All right. So CLSK had a big run. You can see it here. All right. Big run. And then once it started getting around this price, started getting tired. Right? Started getting tired around that price. Why was it getting tired? Why was it having a tough time getting past this $17 price range? Okay, let's see how you guys answer this question. Why was it having a tough time breaking it? Oh, really? Okay. So it wasn't a Fibonacci, it wasn't a MACD, it wasn't that. Okay. So now let me show you what we got going on right here. You'll notice, getting back to what we saw earlier, this is level 4. Okay. So this is a heat map. And a heat map, we could actually see, this is like this is level 3. And right here, we can see that there's a big 47,000 share seller right here. And not only that, but he was here and he was also here. So when you're wondering, like, why they have to, like, what time is it right now? It is almost 12:40. You notice, like once around 11:30, I mean, you're talking about an hour from now, it's been having a tough time breaking it. The only reason why I was having a tough time breaking it is because of that 47,000 share seller out there. All right. Now, question. Can this stock go past $17.10? Traders, yes or no? Could that happen? Of course it could. Absolutely. The stock was at $25 not too long ago. How is that going to happen? Well, there's two things that could possibly happen. Number one, somebody buys it. Someone says, I'll buy your 52,000 shares. How do we know that? We'll see these green balls. That means at time and sales, which is right here. This is your time and sales window. We're going to see a lot of transactions going off on the ask. We're going to see a lot of greens. Or they have to cancel their order. Now, the next question is, if it does pass that resistance levels, where would be the next resistance level? Because remember, that could happen. That could happen, which, by the way, it's getting pretty close to it. Is it getting there? Let's see. It's testing him right now. Let's see what happens here. All right. What just happened, traders? What just happened? Those shares got taken out, right? Somebody bought it. That's called a breakout. That's what broke resistance levels, okay? Someone bought it. Now, the next question is, let's say you ever have a breakout before and like, okay, oh, this is great. I finally broke through resistance. Next question is, where's the next resistance? Where's the next one? Yeah, I mean, listen, not as much as before, but we do got a couple of sellers right here, one for 12,000 and right here, okay? So we have some sellers there. But you know where the real big seller is? You want to know where the real big seller is? Right here. $18, 80,000 shares. And this person has been out here all day. Look at this. He's been out here since 11:30 he came out. Actually, he's been out there since the market opened. Okay, he's been out there all day. So even though we see a resistance levels, good traders need to have know where the next resistance level is. And you probably didn't know that. This is how you make smarter and better trading decisions, having that game. James, the stock will rocket it when pot is legalized in US. Well, listen, we've been trading pot stocks a couple of days ago and they had a good run. But Jan, until then, you can't sit there and twiddle your thumbs and be like, oh, is it woulda, coulda, shoulda? Okay. The thing is this, what's happening now? Because you might lose an opportunity like, oh, the gold industry is moving. Okay, maybe I'll trade that. Or maybe the AI stocks are moving. Or maybe his company just beat earnings like, you know, what happened with United Airlines. You don't want to lock up your money on a hope that's going to happen, because if you did, all right, if you did, this is where you would have been left off, because this stock did make a big move and it had a lot of support levels right here and it did run to 24. But what happened back in April? It went from 24 and tanked all the way down to 15. And if you were that person that said, oh, they're going to legalize it. I heard they're going to legalize it, and you bought at 24 and still think that, and that still could happen, I think you wouldn't want to own at 24. I think you would have been happy if you owned it here down to here 15 instead. See what I'm saying? Now, we got a couple of more minutes. I want to have a little fun here because before I get everyone registered to come join my trading room, okay, and get my book and all that good stuff, I want to have a little fun. Anybody want me to look at a stock that you own? Any stock out there? Okay, Amazon, Bank of America, NVIDIA, So funny. Everybody always brings a fabulous 7. All right. So you're probably asking this question, does this work for any stock? Okay. So I'm going to look at NVIDIA. NVDA. Now I want to show you something also very cool. I mean, if you guys are a little patient here, hold on one second. So did anyone here subscribe to my YouTube channel? If you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. All right, good. So if everybody can go there, I'm going to post it. Rich, could you post a link there if everybody can get it? All right, so right here, if you look at my my videos, okay, and oops, wrong. Actually, I'm on my dashboard. It's not where I want to be. All right, so videos right here. So well, no, actually, it's his shorts. It's in his shorts. So right here, I did a video on there's Mara, there's I think it was down here at the bottom. I did one on NVIDIA. Actually, it was over here. It was when I was on NASDAQ. We'll send it to you, but I think it's right. It's right down here. It's when I was on NASDAQ right here. So anyway, make a long story short. NVIDIA had a big iceberg order back at 500. Okay. And there was about 500,000 share looking to be sold. Once that 500,000 got done, that's why the stock went from 500 to 900. Now, for some of you here, you want to know where the big iceberg orders are? Right here. So you could see right now, you got we're at 885. You got another 50,000, 44,000, and 55,000 between 880 to 890 and 900. Okay. Now, when you look at the chart here, you'll notice that this stock has been having a horrible and very difficult time. And let me zoom in here a little bit closer to kind of show it to you, of breaking this 900. Look what happened here. Look what happened here. Look what happened here. Look what happened here. It's been having a very difficult time. Ever since, March, and we had this nice little run, it basically hit kryptonite. Why it hit kryptonite? Because of that big seller out there. That's the reason why. Yeah, John, thanks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we send alerts out every day. I do a lot of good shorts and everything like that. And also, don't forget, ring the bell. If you do subscribe, ring the bell and ring that bell and make sure you hit the like button for it. Okay. Now that's NVIDIA. Why is the stock having a tough time? That's the reason why. Now, another person brought up another stock we're going to look at. And it's so funny, everybody brings the brand names, but this does work with the fabulous 7s too. All right. Now, the Tesla one was the best one. All right. So I think you'll love this one too. So I did a video on Tesla right here. Now I'm going to play this video really quick. It's a 60-second video. Watch this video. See, there's a short right here. This one right here. See Tesla right here? This one right here I'm pointing out. I'm going to play this video. Listen carefully. Hold on.
Tesla just got filled.
Hold on a second.
200,000 share order at 165. And someone just showed up right now for 42,000 at 166. Tesla keeps going down. Just hit the buyer. Oops, come to a new buyer. 133,000 shares at 164. Tesla coming to another 100,000 share buyer at 162. Oops, you got filled. But that's okay. We got another one down here for another 110,000 at 161. Don't worry. It is only 3:30. We still got time. Oops, it's 4 o'clock. Market just hit. Buyer got done. Not a good sign. But I thought there was a bottom. Let's go see. Good news, 160. We have a 500,000 share buyer and the market's closed. Just need to check out and see what happens in the morning.
And what do you think happened with that stock? With a 500,000 share buyer out there? Let's just go hop over there and take a quick look and look at Tesla. Tesla's right now broke 150. Okay, when I did that video, it was only about 3 days ago, and it was right here. Okay, it was back on tax day. And that right here, I want to point out, it was this big buyer right here. That's where he was. That's when I filmed it. Okay. What happened? That buyer pulled his order and he wasn't there when the market opened up. And that's the reason why it opened up all the way down here at 156. Look where it is right now at 150. So everyone here is probably figuring it out. Now, the next question is, how much lower is it going to go? Well, I could tell you from what I see here, you want to know the real truth about it? Because it doesn't matter what I think. It's what Wall Street thinks. And I'm not seeing any buyers. I mean, you got some buyers right here. You got about 184,000 share buyers that are hovering right around here, around the 149, 150. And then you got another 170 at 145 and 140. But I'm not really seeing any big, substantial, big buyers out there. I mean, that's it. That 500,000 was a very, very, pivotal number. And you could see it from here. If you look at the long-term chart, 160 was right there. That was a very important buy right there. That was a huge support. How do you know why was this a support level? Because that 500,000 share buyer that was here is not here anymore to help it before. Michael, the thing is this. Mike says support at 120. Would you want to really know that answer? You know how you know that answer? I'm going to teach you how to figure it out on your own. That's what it's all about. Now, who here would like to learn more about it? Oops, wrong one. Who here wants to learn more about it? Who wants to learn about level 3, level 4, all that good stuff? I'm going to show you. There's so much more I didn't cover. I didn't talk about refreshing. I didn't talk about laddering. I didn't talk about Fausto flags, any of that. I'm going to cover a lot of that in a 1-week training class that's going to cover all this great stuff and show you how the market actually trades, because I hate seeing people lose money. Okay. I've trained over 1 million people over the years. Okay. And I understand a lot of you are really not qualified to trade, and that's okay. But you'd rather let someone tell you the truth before you go out there and invest your own money doing it. So if you want to come and watch something, make sure you subscribe to the channel at Cybertrade University. And once again, make sure you ring the bell and subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up on it. All right. Now, just to let everyone else know a little bit more about Cybertrade University, and I'm going to give you the link so we can get you in the trading room right now. Just to let you know a little history. Cybertrade University has been endorsed by more brokerage firms and exchanges than any school in the industry. And not only that, but we have a 5-star rating on Google. I don't know if anyone that took training before wants to check out that Google review, see if they even have one. Go check the Better Business Bureau. We got an A+ rating there. Listen, we've changed people's lives for the better. And it always makes me feel good of making people change their life and their future, because you could do this anywhere in the world, but the only way to do it is you got to learn how to do it the right way. Now, this is all I'm asking for, okay? I am not looking for free people, because if you thought $15 is expensive, then you can't afford us. But you know what? You can't, that's why I'm doing this for $9. Now, the $9, listen, I don't make money on it. I lose a lot of money on it. The $9 is an application fee just to let me know that you're a real person or not. I don't know who you are. There are people here with their phone number logged in. There are people that have, they're saying, trader 123. I don't know who you are. So, if this is just basically ensures that you let us know that you're a real person before we let you in the room. We don't know if you're a competitor or a heckler or whatever it is. And I don't think anybody wants to be in a room and be distracted. So I don't like to go to free concerts. I just want a good deal. Here's a good deal. $9. All you got to do is take your phone, scan that QR code, or you can click on that link that we just posted in the room, and we'll get you signed up. Now, let me tell you everything that you're going to get with this for a whole week in the trading room. We're going to give you a morning and an afternoon live commentary, okay, with me and my instructors. We're also going to be giving you full access to that trading room that I just showed you, okay? You're going to be part of all these traders that are here right now. I'll just show you that. Where was it again? Right here. So these are all our traders. They're from all over the world. We got over 1,000 traders, but there are people that come once a week. There are people just come in the morning. There are people that trade in the afternoon. There's people from West Coast, East Coast, all over the place. So they're everywhere. But you'll get we have an alert service that you're going to get. There's an alert that will send you alerts on your phone, everything. So we really have it down to a science. My phone's pinging like crazy. It must be you guys. We also have some of the top professionals in the industry that we're going to bring in, educators. So, once again, they also want to like to contribute to Cyber Trade University's education. We give you that too. You're going to get the cyber group. You're going to get hundreds of hours of workshops that are going to be included in the package, and everything. Like I said, all you got to do is take your phone, scan your QR code, or click on that link. No problem, James. Thank you very much for signing up. I look forward to having you in the room. Now, when you sign up, James, really quick, just let everybody know, we are going to, there's 5 questions we'd like to ask you. Let us know a little about yourself. Have you been taking training before? Are you new to this? Do you have level 3? Just kind of little basic questions. It's like almost going to the doctor's office and, listen, you got to do your blood test first before we can kind of analyze what's wrong with you. It's kind of things that we ask. The next slide, you're going to be booking an appointment with an education advisor. Yes, you're going to actually talk to somebody here. I know people like, wait a minute. Some of these companies don't even have a phone number. We don't do that. There's our number right there in the bottom, 877-702-9237 or 877-70-CYBER. The thing is, I'm very big when it comes to customer service. So we want to make sure that, you're getting the best possible education as possible, because if this is something for you and you want to move forward, you want to make sure you're not going to just be another number as someone's going to just, charge you for some training and not even take your phone call again. Now, a couple of questions coming across here. I'm going to answer them. Let me just answer some popular questions. People ask you, how much money do I need to get started? That's an excellent question. $9. That's it. That's all you need. Don't worry about brokerage accounts. Don't worry about anything. You don't need to. That's the least of your problems. Before you go out of your way and start making this big investment and taking the time, moving stuff, you don't have to do any of that stuff, okay? This might not even be for you. Let's show you what's going on first, because you might even open up with the wrong brokerage account anyway. I can almost tell you half of you got the wrong brokerage account anyway. So why jump in and worry about it? Just make the $9 investment right now. Where do I get level 3 and level 4? You don't need it for class, okay? We'll have it live in the room. You'll get to see it. We'll show you where to get the book viewer. It's very inexpensive, so you can follow along when you're there. But in the meantime, you don't need any of this stuff other than just the $9 for it. Does your room also trade options? We do trade options. We do swing trading also. It's not just exclusively day trading, even though day traders do make the market. But you want to know how to not be delayed? This is the way you have to go about doing that. Now, once again, everything with this crash course is going to be for $9. Now, this is everything you're going to get to on top of it. I am also giving you money back guaranteed. Listen, I don't need your $9, fellow traders, okay? Believe me, that should be scary to think that, like, this guy's doing this all for $9. I don't need your $9. I am looking to recruit traders like my mentor recruited me, and hopefully you could be part of my team, because the way we all make money together is we trade together. 2 heads are better than 1. I can't go out and fish myself and reel in the big tuna myself. I'm looking for people I could take on my tuna trips with me. Listen, some people can't hack it, might get seasick. You know what I mean? So, but here's a way of knowing if it's for you or something. So we're going to get all this great stuff that's going to come along with it. One last thing I'm also going to throw in there. If you register, oops, wrong page. If you register right now, the first 20 people that register, I will personally give you a coaching class, okay? Listen, I need to interview you, right? You want to have questions after being in the trading room. I know for a fact, no matter what YouTube channel you've been on, no matter what Instagram channel you've been on, I don't know what class you've taken, you probably never spoken to the owner before. I am willing to make that commitment to you. You take me seriously, I'll take you seriously. Okay. You want to do this? You want to do this as a serious business? We're going to teach you. I'm going to tell you exactly what's involved to do it the right way. But before we take that hump, make that leap, you got to be in the room. If you're not in the trading room and you're not watching what's going on, you're a waste of my time. I'm a waste of your time. Okay. You're going to be so impressed on what you're going to see in the room and see how traders think for themselves and how they know exactly what to do. Okay. And you're going to see the people in the room are just like you. Now, one little bonus that we added in tomorrow for everyone that buys a trial, I am going to do a little mini workshop for you where you're going to be able to know exactly what you see and how to get in the portal page and what videos to watch. So part of your training on top of it is we're going to have a mandatory meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. If you can't make it, we'll have it recorded. Okay. But this is a great time to where, like, listen, how many of you bought something and like, okay, what do I do now? Oh, I got to wait for the person to call me. And it's like, you forget about it, right? Well, we just implemented this new program tomorrow where I'm going to do a workshop for everybody. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough with you of how to get into the trading room, what videos to watch, and how to answer some of your questions. Okay. So we're going to limit it to only the buyers out here for the $9 trial. So that's another bonus you're all going to get. And not only that, you're all going to still talk to an education advisor and talk to me, but we want you to have the best experience possible to get into the room. All right. Now, I know we had a lot of questions that are in here right now. Abdul, thanks for being here. You've been a great contributor to Cyber Trading University. Abdul, thank you so much. We have a lot of traders in here that are looking to recruit traders too, because remember, they were you too, when they first got started. And they're here to support Cyber Trading University because if they can support Cyber Trading University and find traders, you only get help them make money. A couple of shout outs really quick because my phone's ringing off the hook right here. A couple of traders here that registered. So I don't want to share everybody's names here, but you can see them all here. Glenda, I saw you. Here's your registration. Welcome aboard. Nicholas, I see all these old registered people here. Nicholas got your registration from, was it Missouri? Who else we got? Danielle from, I don't even know what province you're from. From Richmond. Okay, welcome aboard. Got you read. Timothy, I see you've been asking a lot of questions, Tim. I see you in there. You're from Wisconsin. Got your registration. Welcome aboard. Jarvine I from Texas. Lori D from Virginia. Got your registration. Chang from Beijing. Oh, wow, all the way out there. Well, welcome aboard. Look forward to having you in the room. We have a lot of people from Asia. We've got people from Australia, Singapore, Germany, England, a lot of Canadians also. So listen, I know some of you here might trade different markets like Forex and options. Listen, you could still learn and use these towards other trading styles too. Plus, sometimes it doesn't always work all the time. You know what I mean? So that's why it's good to have it. Lexme, got your registration. I'm just reading these people over a board. I'm almost at the 20. So, by the way, if you can't, let me just move this down. I don't want anybody to see anyone's name here. So, by the way, if you you can see right here, you can see the names. But anyway, these are all people registering right now coming across. If you're not, listen, I only have X amount of time to talk to everybody. And I know you don't want to waste my time, but if I do go over to 20, you're still going to talk to one of my other instructors in the room. So don't worry about that. Okay. But, and because I know some people are watching this recording, they couldn't make it here today. That's fine. You know what? You're still going to be able to talk to somebody. We're still going to take care of that. Well, I got a couple of questions coming in here. Joel, I just signed up on Tuesday. No problem, Joel. Joel, don't forget, tomorrow, very important. I know some of you didn't get your walkthrough because the calendar books up pretty quickly for you to talk to education advisor because it's part of it. But I am going to be implementing that walkthrough tomorrow. So make sure you're there. Okay. No problem. You got it. Good. Who else we got here? John S. from Illinois. Welcome aboard. Kay Patel from Ohio, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. A couple other people just registering right now. Alec P from Philadelphia. Are you a Philly fan? Greg O from Texas, got your registration. Welcome aboard. I see some more is coming in. Let me ask a couple questions here. I signed up for the schedule and an event for the PPM tomorrow. Yeah, 2 p.m. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So maybe it's different on your time slot. But if you can't make it, don't worry about it. It will be recorded, okay? Very important that you guys are there. You see, I had a couple of questions coming in here. Did you get my meeting request having internet issues? Lori, I believe so. I mean, I don't know if one of the staff members will let you know, but they'll put you in the chat room. I see the order. I think I saw you in here, so it will come up. All right. What else do we have? Any questions here? I swear to God, everything Fausto said is true. Well, there you go. I'm gonna post that again from Abdul. Thank you, Abdul from Chicago. He's been such, and you're gonna meet Abdul in the trading room. Okay, Abdul's in the trading room. Look forward to having him in there too. Barry M, I just got your registration from California. Welcome aboard, guys. It's $9. Okay, money back guaranteed. Look at all this great stuff that you're getting. Look at all this good stuff you're getting right here. You're getting the live trading room. You're getting live workshops. You're getting Traders Talk Library. You're getting a coaching class with me personally, all for $9. And you know what? Your money back is guaranteed. If you're not happy, I'll give you $9 back. I am looking to recruit traders in my room. I'm looking to find people that are serious about doing this. It's not a full-time job. I'm not looking for full-time people. Even if you want to do full-time, you could. But I'm looking for somebody that, our traders are looking for people to recruit somebody that, want to do this, haven't really worked out for them, and, want to kind of look for someone who's going to take them seriously. Because I know there's, our whole issue is, I know there's a lot of bad actors out there. And that's one of the big issues that we have. Everyone's out there, and I know that some of you probably spent money and took classes with somebody else, and like, I wish I didn't do this. Yeah, I wish I found you sooner. Actually, if people I didn't want to say it, but there's people in here, they learn more in this class than they have taken in a $10,000 course. And I know that, but listen, you don't got to make that work, okay? You did your homework. Listen, how many of you here went to college, right? I send my kids to college, and they spent almost $250,000 to send one of my kids to school. He didn't even go to school. His major, he didn't even go for his major. He ended up doing something totally different, but he had a good time, okay? But they didn't want to give my $250,000 back. But listen, it was the experience. He learned something that it wasn't for him. That's what I think you basically get. So don't ever think, like Tim said, he just spent $11,000 at Online Trading Academy at 2012. You know what, Tim? That's fine. And I know, you know what? If it worked, you wouldn't be here, right? You might have to change it up a little bit. A couple of more shout outs. A couple of people just registered. Jose Chang got your registration. Where are you from? San Jose? Okay. Was that San Jose? Okay, was that from Puerto Rico? Just got your registration. My videographer, all those videos, I don't know if you know this, but I got a home living channel too. I didn't tell you this. This is the fun thing that we do as traders, right? When you got time on yourself. You got people out there, they go out there and let me just bring this up. Hold on, let me just show you. I got my home living channel. What do I have? Fausto Home Living. There you are, right there. So I got my own home living channel too, which is pretty cool. If you guys ever want to subscribe to that one. Basically, how to raise chickens, how to cook, how to make homemade sauce. So if you watch these videos, he was actually worked for Netflix. He's from Puerto Rico and made some really, really great videos. How to make crab cakes, all this good stuff. This is what we do when we get older, right? Listen, I'm not the fancy guy that likes to brag about driving. Look at my Ferrari, my Porsche, my range, my trip, in Africa. You know what? I like to more or less, I live in the suburbs, and kind of like this kind of fun stuff that I kind of do. And making you hungry, John. You probably like the videos too. Make sure you subscribe to that channel too. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot. Get into homesteading and want to learn how to day trade and make some money on the farm. Well, Alec, you know what? I guess we have a lot in common then, right? You know what I mean? So if you like fishing, cooking, raising chickens, that's one of the things that we offer also. So anyway, guys, I have to get ready to go. We're running out of time here. I'm sorry I had to hold a lot of you up here, but you guys, your last chance, $9. If you're watching the recording, don't worry about it. And please don't forget, tomorrow we have one more. If you are registered, we're going to do a live workshop tomorrow about how to kind of use the CTU platform so you know exactly how to get the best experience. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. It will be recorded. It'll be on your dashboard on the CTU side. All right. So, and don't forget, when you talk to education advisor, book your coaching class with me. You got to be in the trading room. If you're not in the room, I don't want to talk to you because we're kind of wasting each other's time. You need to see those orders. You need to see how we find those stocks. You need to see how the other traders think for themselves. That's where it comes up to it. All right. So with that said, everyone, thanks for coming. See you all in the trading room. If you didn't continue with Cyber Trade University, listen, that's okay. I'm not going to take it personal. Maybe you're not ready yet. If you want to, maybe because you want to take it, down the road, listen, if you can't do your trial, you could push it off because that was a question I just missed. Can you take it in 2 weeks? Because I'm going away. I got to go for surgery. Listen, the new 50 is like the new 70. All right. We go to the doctor all the time. So yes, you could, but just lock in your $9 now. Tell your education advisor you may want to start 2 weeks from now because you have surgery or whatever it is, or maybe you go on vacation. That's fine. You could do that too, but lock it in now. Maybe that's why you didn't sign up. But if you want to do your homework, just remember one thing, everybody. You got to learn before you could earn in trading. Don't go out there and be ignorant because you think $9 expensive. Try ignorance. That could blow up your account. So let's see what it's all about. And don't be scared of like, oh, I'm not a day trader. You'd be shocked. It's actually the easiest thing to do. Okay. I know there's a lot of negativity out there. People always say, oh, you're going to lose all your money. First thing I always ask them when I say, who trained you? What do you mean? Oh, or how did you lose all that money? And you'll find out they were not day trading. They were doing something totally different. They were swing trading. They were options trading. They were off in la land. And you know what? We're going to answer that question in detail. Thank you very much, Nick. I look forward to seeing you, Margaret, Gina, everybody, John, Alex, and everyone that signed up. I'll see you in the trading room. In the meantime, everyone, I'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. And don't forget to book your appointment. All right. Thanks, everybody. Happy trading.